night to everyone who chose the Love Oracles. Sex and romance inspiration from the good, the bad, and the beautiful. Okay, with this Love Oracle, it comes from 3 aspects. It comes from temporary relationships, long-term relationships and breakups, and family and friends. So we're going to pull 3 cards, of course. And if any of these cards pertain to you, that is great. If not, take that information back. This deck was not for you. So you can always come back another day. Or choose another one of the decks in this reading. Alright. I will be pulling 3 cards. The first card will be from, I don't like to use the word one night stand, so let's just say temporary relationship or something. Let's just say temporary relationship. Alright, I need 3 cards. Hope everyone is doing okay. First card will be Hugh Hefner. Make every night a one-night stand. Okay. I guess the cards are going to say I am going to use the word one-night stand. All right. Second card will come from long-term relationships and breakups. So I need another card. Marilyn Monroe. Enjoy your wedding day. You only get to do that 3 or 4 times in your life. That's funny. Okay, that's Marilyn Monroe, one of my favorite people. It's actually one of my favorite movies, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. If you haven't watched it, watch it. You'll love it. And my last card is Cleopatra. Ooh. And what her message is for family and friends: be immortal, not defeated. Okay. So with this deck right here, we're coming from Hugh Hefner's point of view. When he says, we'll say temporary relationships, but it says make every night a one-night stand. I guess that's saying from this aspect, if you're not one to just quite yet be in a committed relationship, you know, you can see multiple people, but please be safe about it. Okay. Next card would be Marilyn Monroe. Enjoy your wedding day. You only get to do that 3 or 4 times in your life. That's a little funny kind of quiff that you might have with it. Pretty much it's just saying, you know, have fun. If you're going to marry multiple times, you know, everything's about fun and frolic. But you see with the hearts and things, because Marilyn Monroe had many, many, many admirers. So it's kind of tongue-in-cheek remark with this one right here. And this one's kind of like tongue-in-cheek too. And then with Cleopatra, you have be immortal, not defeated. Now this one right here is under the family and friends. So with that, be immortal and not defeated, that's just pretty much telling someone that you get down, you get back up, you don't give up. Because I mean, Cleopatra is like the queen of queens. So I mean, you know, she was, so I mean, you might as well say very inspirational. So be immortal and not defeated. That means that no matter what, make your mark, do what you got to do, make an impact in the world. Okay? So like I said, we got Hugh Hefner vibes, Marilyn Monroe, and Cleopatra. 3 pretty much, well, very important people that I found in life. So with that being said, let's see if we can zoom in so you get that a little bit closer. Cleopatra, Marilyn Monroe, and Hugh Hefner. All right, now we'll go to pile number 2. Okay, group number 2, here's another quick mini message from the Oracle of the Fairies. We'll be pulling 3 cards. Let's see what we have. A quick messages from the Oracle of the Fairies. It's a very nice deck. See, I'll list them in the description in the bottom of the video. First card, Solitude. You can see that right there. Solitude. come together. We need one more card. Now, with these many messages, one card or one message might pertain to you. You know, you just have to, not everything in one reading is always going to resonate, but you just take what you see and then put everything else back. And healing. Ooh, that is such a gorgeous card. I love blue. All right, so we have here solitude. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. This card is saying that sometimes you have to be inside yourself to understand yourself. And that is saying, think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in harmony with everything. That means that when you meditate, or when you just drift off into your own thought process, that this is the greatest time when you have, when it's silence and you're in your own zone. That's when you can think about a lot of things the best. Sometimes when you're in your car, I give that example a lot, but if you're in your car and you just zone out, and sometimes you just sit somewhere in a park or something like that and just look at the trees and how they sway and everything like that. Solitude. And that's when sometimes you get your best answers, when you're in solitude. The next card is come together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. Okay, so what this saying is someone, when you sometimes, okay, with solitude, yes, you do need solitude, but at the same time, if you get that solitude, you get that idea that you will need help eventually. So this is saying that if you need help, take the help. And this saying, because the teamwork makes the dream work. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard that, so that's a great card for that one. That you're never alone, that even though you're in your solitude, this is great for you when you're thinking of things, but you still always have help when you need it. So that's why these two cards, if you look, they're in the same color group, yellows. So it's the same solitude, but yet come together in the end. And then you have healing. This is so pretty. Now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. So this is saying that with healing, now's the time for you to give or receive healing that you might right now in the need of. It could be spiritual healing, physical healing, so on and so forth of that nature. But not only that, you can actually heal others as well by a word, a thought, a smile, or something. It's the little things that can help a person that you don't know what a person might be going through, that can actually heal someone else. So don't think that you have to be kind of like a psychic or something like that. No. This is saying everyone has healing properties or has healing magic. It, like I said, the word, through anything of that nature. So just remember that yes, you too can heal people. So don't think that you're not magical. Healing, come together, and solitude. I think that's a great message for the fairy oracles. All right. So I hope you can see these cards: healing, come together, and solitude. All right, that's the mini message for group number 2. Now we'll move on to group number 3. Hi, group number 3. This is the next group from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. We'll be pulling 3 cards from this deck, and this will be your mini message for today. Just need 3 cards. And like I said with the previous decks, there might be one card that could pertain to you. It could be all 3 cards. If the message doesn't pertain to you at all, you may choose another deck. If not, this reading wasn't for you today, but please feel free to check another reading at any time. All right, just need 3 cards. All right. First card we'll pick. Nope. So this is for, all right, here we go. Protection Guardian, drop your shields. All right. Protection Guardian, drop your shields. All right. I need 2 more. Here we go. Sage, be devoted and committed. All right. We need 1 more. Oh, there we go. 1 more card. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. All right. So for group number 3, your cards are Protection Guardian, drop your shields. Sage, be devoted and committed. And Trader. Move those down for you, so I'm sorry about that. Protection Guardian, Sage, and Trader. All right. Protection Guardian is saying drop your shields. Now, when it's saying drop your shields, it's saying that sometimes we have a defense mechanism up, that we always are just ready to just, I guess, guard and defend no matter what. Which, I mean, it's good to have your guard up, yes. But sometimes you have so much guard up that you can't let good in. So it's kind of like drop your shields, but at the same time, protect yourself. So it's kind of like you watch, you observe, but you drop your shields, but you let that love and harmony and things in. This is a very nice card. Hope you can see it, but it's Protection Guardian. To let you know that you just drop your shields. You can still have that, hold it, but at the same time, lower your shields at the same time. So it's like I'm watching, I'm understanding, I'm paying attention, but I'm giving you a chance. Now with Sage, be devoted and committed. Now this means pretty much self-explanatory, but I'll explain it to you anyway. Be devoted and committed. A lot of times with, of course, like with YouTube channels, that's the best way to explain it. Be devoted and committed. There are times when you just don't have the energy, or you're just tired and you're like, okay, wow, I really need to get this done. This is something I'm devoted to. I'm, like I said, committed to, but you just got to keep going with it. With that job that you really, really love, or with that idea, so on and so forth. It's saying being devoted and committed. That means that you put your strength, your effort into it, and you take your time and nurture it. If you look back in group number 2, the fairy deck, it was kind of like with that reading when it was saying that it was it was another card that I had pulled in another reading, but it was saying that you nurture and everything of that nature. So you nurture yourself, you be devoted to your idea. So anyway, with that Sage, be devoted and committed. Okay, then we have Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Now, some people are like, wait, exchange energy to create abundance, what does that mean? Okay, it's kind of like exchange energy to create abundance is give and take. That's the best way of saying it. You have to give a little to, it's like that song from Beaches that Bette Midler was singing. You got to give a little, that's the story of love. I think that's the name of the song. Well, it's kind of like with that idea, you have to exchange energy to create abundance. So that's what it's saying. You got to give, it's give and take. It's better to give than receive. Those different things you can kind of put with that aspect, with that exchange energy to create abundance. So that means that when you're doing something, not just for yourself, you get abundance from it. And not abundance is always money-wise. Abundance can be abundance of love, abundance of joy, abundance of, so on and so forth. So they're saying that when you're exchanging your energy, transference of energy, that it can create abundance. So that's what this is saying for this group right here. You have Trader, Sage, and Protection Guardian. So like I said, drop your shields, be devoted and committed, and exchange energy to create abundance. So that's what this is group is for, the message. And let's go to the last group number 4. All right, my last group number 4, Oracle of the Unicorns, which is like my favorite deck for my Oracle deck. I love unicorns. Unicorn magic. Okay, so we're going to do 3 cards from the Oracle of the Unicorns. All right. Now, some of y'all might have listen to all 4 cards, that's fine as well. I mean, because there's always messages in anything. So, I mean, if you stuck with me this far, thumbs up. Sorry, I didn't mean to shake the camera, but that was my enthusiasm. All right. So we're going to do 3 cards from the Oracles of the Unicorns. First one is Compassion. Isn't that such a pretty card? That's so gorgeous. Compassion. All right. Oh, second card. Now, Polarity. I hope I am pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, please let me know. And I need one more card. Let's see here. All right. We have Hope. Hope. All right. That's a very, very lovely message to end this reading for today. Compassion, polarity, and hope. All right. Compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. This means don't beat yourself down. If you're doing something and you just can't get it right, then don't beat yourself down. Forgive yourself. Forgiveness is one, and I know like nowadays it's like, wow, can I really forgive, and so on and so forth. You can forgive them. Someone might disagree with what I'm saying. You forgive, but you don't forget. And because you don't forget, that means you don't throw it back up in a person's face, but you learn from that very situation. So you can forgive, because when you forgive, it cleanses yourself. It takes the burden off of yourself. So yes, forgive, but don't forget, but don't bring it back up. Store it in your memory bank, but don't let it hurt yourself, but that you learn from that experience. And it says, see the light in yourself and others. That means that when you see the light in others and when you see the light in yourself, it makes your day so much better. You have compassion towards someone. If you see someone, I mean, of course, you know, nowadays you got to be safe with everything, but when you see someone who needs help and something like that, you might say, okay, you know what, I feel that I should help them in some kind of way. So that's showing compassion for someone. If you see someone who might need help with groceries or something, someone elderly, so on and so forth, give some compassion, because when you give, it'll come back to you. And like I said, it's not always about money, but just giving time, energy, love, hope, a great smile, some happiness of some sort of nature. That's when you have compassion towards someone. It's a pretty card. Now, polarity. Integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. So I did have that word correct. Polarity. That means like polar. That means like when you see the darkness, shadow, and light. That's kind of like yin and yang, balance. That means that you integrate your shadow side. Everyone has a shadow side. I have a shadow side. You have a shadow side. It's kind of like, okay, I'll admit, I get a quick temper. Yes. Traffic is my Achilles heel. I can be fine, but when traffic, oh gosh, yeah. So it's saying you have to integrate your shadow side. That means you have to recognize it, but don't let it be your contributing factor. You have to have yourself balanced. See how these black, white, yin, yang, polarity, you have to have it. So it's saying there can be no light without dark. And what's that saying is, so you got to have that balance. If you don't, and every day is a sunny day, then like when he said in Vampire in Brooklyn, I don't know if you might have seen that movie or not, but it's got Eddie Murphy in it. So when he said if every day is a sunny day, then what's a sunny day? Okay, so that's what that's saying. Without no light, without dark can be no light. So that means you have to have this balance. Okay, understand the law of polarity. That's what I'm saying again. You got to have that balance. See, when you are looking at the scales, when you're at somewhere and you have like the two balance of 50 and 50, so you have to have that balance so that it's leveled. If you're hammering with a nail, it has to be leveled, the polarity, or you're going to have a crooked beam coming in, and then everything will be crooked, and then you'll have a crooked wall. So that's what that means by polarity. All right, the last card is hope. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. Okay. So that's self-explanatory. Hope, you gotta have it. Okay. All right. And I know there are times, and even with myself, that there are days I may have hope, I may not have hope. I'm not perfect. I'm working on myself, working on my shadow sides, and trust me, it takes work. It takes a lot of skill. There are days when you say, wow, how can I stay positive with so much stuff going on? You have to work through it. You have to, like I said, another power, you have to center yourself. You have to stay positive. You got to just sometimes go into your solitude every now and then to stay positive. But with that, you'll be a sunny day ahead. So like I said, hope, polarity, compassion. And right here, really, this is kind of like a great creed in life. So if you chose the unicorn, this is kind of like a mantra, I say. Not necessarily mantra, but I know what I'm trying to say. But we'll say creed or code. Compassion, polarity, and hope. Help one another, understand the balance, and have hope. All right. Now, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see all of y'all soon. Peace. Hearts. Bye.